Hello and welcome to another edition of Sarcoidosis Sunday. I'm just coming back to you. This is, I guess, volume 3 here. Third Sunday I'm coming to you. We talked about accepting it, then we talked about changing the things we can. Now I just want to, address some of the questions I've received from friends, families, and just in general. And again, understand that I'm coming to you telling you my story from where I understand and what I'm learning. So if I ever have to correct anything, I will come back and correct it. However, the question has come up, do you die from sarcoidosis? From all my searching and asking the doctors, you don't die from sarcoidosis, the autoimmune condition. You die from the complications it creates. So like Bernie Mac, is one that recently that I know of. There's a couple athletes that actually dealt with it and passed. And what it is it. So let me explain how in one respect. The way I look at it is kind of like, say a python. We're going to use a python, and it wraps around you, and every time you breathe out, it squeezes tighter. So these episodes of phases or periods of time, and they could be, from what I understand, it can be a few days to months to years where you're going through it, where it's a flare-up, so to speak. But after the flare-up, what happens is there's scar tissue or some sort of level of nerve damage. There's damage that's done that may or may not be irreversible. So I say the first complication that it creates is a mindset. So that's the one thing it won't get from me, is I won't let my mindset shift to where I'm a point of this is just going to take me out. No. And that's why I continue to, anything they allow me to do, I go ahead and do, and then I push it to let them know that I've done a little more. Hey, so like I'm committed to my morning just walking. It's a little old lady that walks next to me on the treadmill. She just outwalks me, but that's my motivation, is to get to where she is. So you got to play with those that are dealing with this condition, or anybody dealing with any type of condition that's really, every time you go to the doctor, they have, news for you, and it doesn't really bring you up. You have to keep your mindset high. So that's the first area I say it affects you. But the other area, like physically, is if right now I'm wearing a heart monitor, we're noticing that there's a disconnection with the signal. I get this flutter for no reason out of anywhere that could be related to the neurosarcoidosis. I've done a sleep study, and what I was saying with the sleep study is they also found that during my sleep study, 30 times an hour, my brain, or the signal for me to continue to breathe, stops. So they're going to put me on a machine in order to keep air going, so that even when I'm having that signal, I'll get better rest. When I say better rest, is being that I committed to this 9 o'clock bedtime thing, and I feel much better. And those are the things that I can change. So I feel much better. However, this should improve that, because all I did was increase my time in bed. So though there will be more incidents of that, I have more time in bed to get rest. So yes, so sarcoidosis is a condition. In essence, it does not, they wouldn't say you died from sarcoidosis. They will say you died from complications from it. And I don't want this to be dreary or anything like that. I'm answering a question that was asked to me. Do you die from it? And so in essence, no. It creates complications. So again, with using the snake analogy, if I have an episode with my lungs for a period of time, scar tissue builds up, I have less lung capacity. This test I'm wearing here for 30 days is to see, any heart involvement, and, if there is continued issues with the heart. So the PET scan I did said there was no true heart involvement, but we have a signal issue. So those are the things you have to do. So this condition, being, for me, it's a little spread out to my entire body, because it's neurological. For some that just have sarcoidosis of the lungs, and I've been in the groups, and I understand there's days that the chest just feels like it's like you've sucked in glass to breathe. So I get the pain and everything like that, but the one thing I would say, controlling what you can control. It's all about the mindset. If you got faith, and whatever you have faith in, you believe that you can improve, you will improve. Continue to keep that mindset. Continue to keep your faith, knowing that you heal. Like one thing I say is, I believe God daily, and it all works well. It all works out. But to answer the direct question, no, sarcoidosis, quote unquote, does not kill you, but the complications of it does. So thanks to another volume of Sarcoidosis Sunday.